Hey, hello. If anyone's watching, how's it going? Kya hal hai? I'll just wait for a few seconds or a couple of minutes for people to gather because I have a few points to talk about. And as I see my dear friend Mr. CM, Mr. CM is already out there. Hey, bhai, how's it going here? Ankit Ali. Oh, please, you must have said this like hundreds of times. Bas karo, abhi, bas karo. Oh shit! You are such a drama queen, CM Saab. I'll tell you. Hey Aditya, how's it going, man? How's it going? Did you guys watch any games last night? Because I last night I watched the South Africa game, and after watching that South Africa game, so I watched it for about. I think I watched the first half, but then I was really sleepy. So I dozed, not exactly dozed off, but I went to sleep, and then I wake up. Then I woke up early to watch South Korea versus Mexico. I thought it was a fantastic game. Really, really good game. Really, really good game. Bruno Sava. Yeah. I really want to know what CM Saf thinks about Ronaldo winning them. Yeah. Hey Mangesh bhai, so good to have a chat a veteran like you. Hey, thank you, yaar. Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much. Veteran, oh my God. It's just that I don't know if you guys have seen the reel. Pranay from tackle from behind. He was with Drogba, and I think they have uploaded a reel. Which says something like, "Oh, the striker." Basically, it's Drogba talking about a striker and saying that he's old, he's 34 or 35, and Pranay and the other guy, I think his name is Karan, they're just looking at each other in absolute amazement, saying that, oh my God. So basically, what I wanted to say is the striker who I consider old at Manchester United is younger than me now. So yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, thank you so much, Anand. How is it going, man? Did you get a chance to watch any game last night? Cussing out at Swiggy executives a 50-minute order took 3 fucking hours. Arre. Too bad, too bad. I saw Canada versus Qatar, horrific. Oh my God, it was a horrific break. A horrific break. But I think that guy was still while going off after the injury, that guy was still saluting everyone. Could that be the result of oxygen or something like that? Because how can you fucking stay in your senses and sort of salute everyone? And Ismail Kone, of course, the player we are referring to, he's one of their sort of most, it's fair to say, one of their top youngsters right now, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I did not know how did he manage to stay in his senses after getting badly injured. I'm not really sure. I mean, how did he not pass out? It's good that he is fine now, but poor guy is going to miss the World Cup. It's quite clear. Itna leg break hone ke baad, he'll be he'll be out for a few months, like Luke Shaw was. I hope he gets well soon, man. It was horrific injury, horrific injury. Just hold on. Yeah, sorry. Uh, Hello, bhai. How's it going? Jude Bellingham. Oh my God, what a performance! I love him so much. Oh, yes. But do you think? See, I know a few tabloids just do that. They just sort of anytime any England youngsters comes up and they start spewing venom against him. It was same with Wayne Rooney. It happened with I think Raheem Sterling for some reason with Jude Bellingham. But I think most of English media is actually fair to him. I think. See, Jude Bellingham is kind of a player who has. I'm not going to say attitude issues, but he is very confident man, and he is very confident, and he has that arrogance about him. I'm not saying that in a bad way. If you are a good player, a lot of good players are arrogant. That arrogance is a part of their personality, which makes them so good. So Jude Bellingham has that, and there is a reason. Even Thomas Tuchel initially sort of challenged him. Yeah, you're not part of my team. You're not going to start each and every game. And he started playing Morgan Rogers. I'm not saying that was the only reason he started Morgan Rogers, but I mean, England are good, man. England are good. Uh, I mean, see, मतलब every time, just hold on, I'll go one. You're on, you're on, bhai. You got pundits and fans wanting other players to start over him. He chose to play outside England. I mean, maybe. See, I'll be very honest. I don't know personally. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Jude Bellingham. I think Jude Bellingham is a fantastic player. He's a fantastic player, and he has a bit of everything. He can play as a number 10. He can play in the midfield if he when he wants. And I think it makes sense for Thomas Tuchel to start him because Morgan Rogers, again, a good player. Bellingham is clearly a better player, much better player, no doubt about that. Apart from that, when you are playing in that heat or you are playing in such competitions, it's always better to have three-man midfield, right? Especially when you are going to play against a lot of teams, they are going to pack their midfield, pack their defense, and they're happy to for you to have all the ball. And I thought Croatia had no clue about what hit them. Of course, they scored a couple of goals. We did the watch along, of course, and they scored a couple of goals. But I don't think they were in the game ever. England's defense was weak. John Stones. See, that's one area that which can let England down, in my opinion. Or defense. Apart from that, their midfield is good. Their attackers are good. I know a lot of people are sort of slamming Madueke or questioning Thomas Tuchel when he started Madueke. But I read somewhere that Saka probably is not starting because Saka hasn't been playing too much football. Saka hasn't been starting for playing 90 minutes games. He's getting substituted at times. So I thought it fully made sense to play Madueke. At the time, I did not realize it. But if that is the reason, and see, kya hota na, this is one rule I will always follow is I avoid sort of questioning manager about his team selection. We don't know how players perform in the training room. We never know that. अपने को पता नहीं है वो. So any manager picks players who he thinks uh, might be right fit for the game. See, Alex Ferguson always used to say that this is not exactly, this is sort of irrelevant, but Alex Ferguson always say that he used to, the next season, after the season was over, uh, in the first training session, he used to look at player size to see how much hungry who is. Because more often than not, Alex Ferguson won trophies. But if a player is hungry after winning a title, winning a trophy, that's the kind of player for Alex Ferguson wanted to play. So manager have their way of curating players. It could be because of how sharp they were in the training pitch. At times, they might be right fit for that particular game. So, I mean, it's fine. It's fine actually. Adrenaline is a fascinating thing, Ank. For example, in bike accidents, the rider often acts as if nothing happened. It takes 10 minutes for, yeah, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. No, but we are not, we are talking about horrible leg break, man. Could that be because of, I don't know if he consumed any painkillers right away or did he have sort of oxygen supply or something like that? That could be one of the reasons. Again, I might be wrong, but that could be one of the reasons. Yeah. Cutter Hull. I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. First, we need to get few signings in order, and then we need to start the season on very strong foot. Seem be extremely positive at this round. Rashford playing way better than. No, I don't think Aditya. I agree that Rashford played better than Gordon, but I don't think Barca will be kicking themselves because playing for Barca is a different animal altogether. Because you need players who will press all the time. I think Anthony Gordon is a very good player. He might not be say as talented as say Rafinha, but he will give his absolute best. So I think Anthony Gordon is a good player. He's a good player to have in your team for your national team. He's someone who will always turn up. Yeah. I mean, this is something we can't say about Rashford. And Rashford has always scored goals for England, and good to him. I'll be very happy if Rashford does well. I still have soft spot for him, to be very honest. At times he does my head in, but I still have soft spot for him. Very good player to have. Yeah, yeah. Dropping back and running ahead is a perfect combo, which makes it predictable for unpredictable for other teams. So, oh yes, yes, yes. Agreed, agreed, agreed. It was a great game to watch. Great game to watch. Probably the most entertaining game of the round one. But I'm having such a good time. I must have seen out of first कितना groups है 12 groups right हाँ 12 groups है ना तो out of 24 I must have seen half games for 90 minutes and अपन ने कितना वॉच चला किया रे अभी तक एक मिनट ना ऐसे just out of curiosity I'm checking how many watch alongs have we done एक दो तीन चार पाँच छः सात आठ नौ दस 10 तो वॉच अलॉन्ग किया है अपन ने कल 11वां होगा ब्राजील का गेम वी आर डूइंग बट जस्ट इन केस एनीवन डजंट नो डजंट रिमेंबर वी आर डूइंग द ब्राजील गेम का वॉच अलॉन्ग टुमारो इट स्टार्ट्स एट 5:30 so it's going to be me and hopefully Rohit मैं लिंक सबके साथ सिर्फ शेयर कर रहा हूँ just in case anyone wants I hope a few of you guys at least few of you guys will join tomorrow we'll have a great time yeah Predator that Bade Bhaiya will miss two taps in and send one free kick to the same place where Gaffrey penalty went. See, I'll tell you something. Bade Bhaiya's free kick routine is, I mean, okay. Bade Bhaiya's free kick, it is an equivalent of lightning hitting anyone. Bade Bhaiya's free kick is an equivalent of lightning hitting a person. वो कभी जाता नहीं है वो कभी भी जाता नहीं है and in I think since Euro, I remember reading a chart in Euro 2024 that Ronaldo had took about 50 to 60 free kicks without one scoring in one, something on the lines. Not a bad record. Not a bad record. Hey Sanjeev, what's up, man? हारे फेडरर का रहेगा यार पड़ा रहेगा. Actually, I'm going out tonight. I'm going to a premiere of my friend's film. So he's basically a project head for that film, and he's an actor as well. It's a Marathi film, so me and my mom, both of us are going to that premiere. तो मैंने वो बाल खुला ही रखा है वहाँ पे जाके अपना ये पहन के नहीं जाने वाला. So मैंने वो खुला ही रखा है बाल. Because I do not trust US food. Oh my God, is that so? I did not know this. Yeah, this is too good. This reminds me, back in Australia's tour of India in 1998, Shane Watt could not digest or could not deal with Indian food. So he used to get beans from Australia, beans from outside or something like that. I mean, that did not help him in that tour because one man completely hammered him. Yeah, all right. Saw some books behind you. Top three books you would suggest to get in football content. I mean, I don't know if it depends, right? As in, what kind of stuff do you want to read? A lot of people like to make reels about करंट अफेयर्स जो भी चालू है वो अभी फुटबॉल में चालू है जो कोई ट्रांसफर हुआ ये हुआ वो हुआ सो फॉर दैट यू डोंट नीड बुक्स बट I like reading in general and I like reading about things I like in the sense I can't read I have not read any Shakespeare ka novel and that kind of stuff but I like reading about football sports in general I used to read a bit about science, that kind of stuff. So I like reading about not I don't history maybe football history, not the 1920s or 30s ka history, but at least modern history of football, say 50 years back or something like that. That helps. क्या होता है ना? A lot of times, I like sort of drawing those patterns. I like connecting things. So that helps me. So more than content, I read it because I like reading it. And maybe I like because I like reading it, because I just sort of going back to go past games and that kind of stuff. Maybe that helps me with content. But honestly, it depends on what kind of content you want to get into. I'll be honest. So yeah, the pictures being yeah. Yeah, they still weren't able to find that. Yeah. Uncle, no, this is not Bollywood. This is Marathi films. Marathi films. Very good friend of mine, Chinmay Shindre. He is a project head of a movie called Kabbashi. and he's an actor. He has worked in movies, Marathi movies, and this is going to be his first film. So we are invited to the premiere. तो हम लोग जाने वाले. Me and my mom are going there, and few of my friends. So, yeah. No matches on a Friday evening night is a bad planning. Yeah, I mean, I think what they have made sure that there are people Friday night in the sense अपने लिए नहीं है. वहां पे है राइट. वहां पे तो उनको बहुत पैसा मिलने वाला है. वहां पे तो फ्राइडे नाइट को मैच है. अब ये ब्राजील आर प्लेइंग हाइटी, ब्राजील आर प्लेइंग, मोरक्को आर प्लेइंग. सो इट्स गुड फॉर देम. अपने लिए थोड़ा सा ये है वो. अपने लिए अपनी एक तो नींद की गांड लग गई है वर्ल्ड कप में. तो अपने लिए थोड़ी सी इरिटेटिंग है ये चीज, लेकिन उनके लिए ठीक है यार. Hey Swastik, was planning a trip to Old Trafford this coming season, so wanted to know about your expenditure and since you could give. Swastik, where do you live? If you live in Mumbai, get in touch with Manchester United Mumbai का fan club. वो लोग अरेंज करते हैं वो सब. Get in touch with MUSEM का page. So these guys, those guys will help you out. And it was, I think, something 44,000 मैनचेस्टर का स्टे, ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड टिकट्स और स्टेडियम टूर. ये तीन था. लेकिन उसका अब मेरे ख्याल से प्राइस वो अब कम ज्यादा हो सकता है उसमें. क्या नेक्स्ट सीजन भी डिपेंडिंग ऑन क्या प्राइस है. नेक्स्ट सीजन इट्स गोइंग टू बी चैंपियन. यूनाइटेड विल प्ले इन द चैंपियंस लीग. तो उसका शायद प्राइस थोड़ा सा कम ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. बट फॉर ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड मतलब फॉर मेरा मैनचेस्टर का स्टे, मतलब बेसिकली होटल का स्टे जिसमें ब्रेकफास्ट इंक्लूड था, होटल का स्टे, ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड का ये टिकट और ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड स्टेडियम टूर, ये सब मिला के अबाउट 44,000 if I remember it correctly. So yeah. Increasing body count. I don't know about this. Increasing body count. Has he been sleeping around? I have no idea about this. बिल्कुल पता नहीं है मेरे को इसके बारे में. This is like a shock to not exactly a shock, but a new information to me. But yeah. By the way, बेसिकली किसी ने एथलेटिक का ये चेक किया है क्या जो उनका बेसिकली वर्ल्ड कप का मॉडल है? Has anyone checked that? It's fun actually. It's fun. I was just checking, so I thought of just sharing it with you. Well, let me share my screen. हाँ, तो बेसिकली ये मॉडल है उनका. एंड मतलब they have made a projection about क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, details, estimates of how likely 48 teams are making cut. So Mexico, they have already qualified, so it makes them 100%. 89% South Korea, Canada, it's 99% now that Canada has won the game. Because if you have 4 points at the World Cup with 48 teams, ka ye, it's your chances of getting through are very, very high, considering Qatar have been dog shit, and Bosnia only has 1 point. And also, on top of that, they have, I think, Canada scored 6 goals. So yeah, this is a really cool projection model. For some reason, this says that percentage of Brazil going through the next year stage is 94%. Now it makes sense कि since they are going to play Scotland, good chance they will beat them. And Scotland have already won the game, so I think this is based on the points they have. Haiti का तो बहुत ही difficult है. Haiti, as we know, lost against Scotland. Haiti, good chance they will lose against Brazil tomorrow, and they will 100% lose to Morocco. So yeah, this is really interesting here. Now, one game I really wanted to watch was United States ka game. That I will not watch because matlab just, I mean, like we discussed last time, it instead of just exerting myself too much right now, it's better to conserve that energy for the knockouts. But United States game is one I really wanted to watch. It would have been a good idea to cover 3 games, but if I were not going tonight, I would have definitely kept that कि अरे हाँ रात को 3 गेम cover करते, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स का, स्कॉटलैंड का, और ब्राजील का. बाय द वे स्कॉटलैंड और हाइटी का गेम था. आई रिमेंबर वाचिंग हाइलाइट्स. उसका जो एक्सटेंडेड हाइलाइट्स आई वाज वाचिंग, एंड हाइटी एक्चुअली प्लेड वर बेटर देन स्कॉटलैंड. Scotland got the goal, but Haiti did a decent job. All the new teams, all the small teams at this World Cup are doing decent job, to be very honest. So they did a good job. So of course nothing will happen to them. Nothing will happen with that. So this group thinks that since Haiti is one team that will lose to everyone, so they are making their projection that it's going to be Brazil, Scotland, Morocco, 94, 90, 88, 83 points. United States, 97% they will go. Australia, 84% will go. Turkey, I have a feeling both. Turkey will not go through. टर्की भैंचोद कुछ कभी करता ही नहीं है, कुछ करता नहीं है इसके लिए. Jamal has two girl. Wow, wow, wow. Kudos to the guy. Hey, Rowan, what's happening, man? Since we did not have any watch along yesterday, just thought of just talking to you guys for some time today. Jonathan David should go somewhere from Juventus. Italian Haram striker, top striker. Yeah, he's good. By the way, did you watch all the goals from last night? क्या एक से एक गोल था बे कल. एक से एक गोल था. बीट स्विट्जरलैंड का गेम, बीट कनाडा का गेम. कनाडा का गेम में तो क्या गोल्स थे यार, एक से एक. बहुत सही गोल्स थे. मतलब काइल लारिन नहीं, फर्स्ट गोल काइल लारिन का कैसा था, ये था ना, जॉनथन डेविड का फर्स्ट गोल वाज रियली गुड, रियली रियली गुड. आपके इसके मैच में, स्विट्जरलैंड के गेम में, देयर वर सम रियली गुड गोल्स, रियली रियली गुड गोल्स. एक मिनट. सॉरी, या सॉरी. स्कॉटलैंड के मैचेस में देयर वर सम रियली गुड, सॉरी, स्विट्जरलैंड के मैच में देयर वर सम रियली गुड गोल्स. मस्त गोल था. Zaka later scored a penalty, but that goal to Manzemba, right? He scored an absolutely brilliant goal. उसका फर्स्ट गोल बहुत सही था, बहुत सही था. वार्गस का बाद में बहुत गोल सही था. Really, 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 really good goals. And बाद में मामिच का goal, he just came on. I think it was his first touch, and that goal was quite stunning. So in this World Cup, the goals, the quality of goals has been top notch, top notch. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. And for some reason, later Jesse Marsh and Julian Lopetegui, they had some kind of argument. I did not understand what that argument was about. लेकिन उन दोनों के बीच में भी कुछ आर्ग्यूमेंट हुआ. I mean, I did not know what that entire argument was about. लेकिन I saw that. एक मिनट, अब लोग. Yeah. Oh, it's out. It's out. It's out. It's out. I'll watch it. I'll get a chance. I'll watch it. Yeah. Turkey only good for that. Oh my god. Oh my god. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. All right. Good point. Good point. टर्की इज गुड फॉर. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस. मुझे लगता है थोड़े सालों के बाद मुझे जाना पड़ेगा टर्की में हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट करने के लिए, लेकिन आजकल साला अपने इंडिया में भी अच्छा मिलता ही है. सो वहां पे टर्की तक जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. यहाँ पे हो जाएगा अपना, मुंबई में काम हो जाएगा. आई थिंक जाका शुड बी गिवन द पेनल्टी टू. या दैट इज स्ट्रेंज, राइट? मतलब I found it strange. I mean, Manzambi had such a good game. He scored a couple of goals. I mean, क्यों उसको क्यों नहीं दिया वो? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, about this, इसका में हम लोग देखते तो it's Germany, Ivory Coast are almost certain to go. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden. So Sweden has the highest percent का ये. Basically because they have 3 points. और कुछ नहीं है. Belgium का भी 95% दिया है, but again Belgium only has 1 point. Well, sorry. They are perhaps the strongest team from their group. Spain is here 98%. I genuinely feel Cape Verde can go through. I feel Cape Verde can go through in the round of 32. Uruguay, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, दोनों का ही हुआ. If by any chance Cape Verde are able to beat Saudi Arabia, again it's difficult. Because when they are playing against a team like Spain, so they are charged up. उतना उनका ये रहता है, concentration levels are high, that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if that will happen against, say, Saudi Arabia. कि France is more than 99%, Argentina more than 90%, Australia 93%, 93, 97. Yeah, this is a pretty good year. Pretty good table. So yeah, interesting. I thought of sharing it with you. So yeah. कौन सा leg was broken? I did not get that. क्या लेकिन मतलब अच्छा मे okay, so because of that leg break the argument happened is what you're trying to say. Hey केशव यार क्या हाल है? How's it going? Oh, but sorry, huh. But even with Jabulani, he did not. I don't remember Ronaldo scoring a free kick in that game. He scored one goal against North Korea. I remember that much. लेकिन with Jabulani, it's not like he scored a free kick. और एक मिनट पोर्चुगल का ग्रुप वापस देख रहा हूँ मैं पोर्चुगल कॉन्गो कोलंबिया उज्बेकिस्तान ओ माय गॉड I don't want them to finish fourth, man. I want Bruno to do. I really want Bruno to do well. So yeah, I don't think they will finish fourth, but I mean they were just dreadful, man. They were just dreadful. And I uploaded a reel about Ronaldo, and oh my god, some of the comments I was taken aback by some of the comments. Not that I was hurt or anything, but people's it's quite and maybe that's how us sports fans are, we sports fans are, right? That we sort of believe without something without any data because we want that player to do well. And there is zero evidence to suggest that Ronaldo will do well at this World Cup if he starts the game. It's not that I want him to do badly. It's nothing of that sort. But some of the comments are I mean I was really I knew I mean as I always say that Ronaldo fans versus Messi fans जो fight है it's extremely unbearable. Two extremely unbearable set of fans and yada yada. But uh, we have no data to say it. We have no data to sort of believe that Ronaldo will do well. Yeah, Kabir, when was the last time? See, I'll tell you something. And see, just because a player doesn't play well at the World Cup doesn't mean that player is bad. Not at all. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. But Ronaldo, since 2006, in all the six World Cup, the only time he was really good was in 2018. 2006, he was sort of an upcoming youngster, so he did. So, sorry, sorry. He did decent job, but the only World Cup when he was very good was 2018. वो छोड़ के he has never sort of set any World Cup alight. So we don't have any data. He has a great record for his club and country, no doubt about that. But just because he has great record doesn't mean the team is going to play well. It depends how you play when you play as a collective. Messi is extremely good at that. And Messi's career arc reminds me of Sachin's career arc, how he changed his role throughout the career. उसका evolution कैसा हमेशा change हुआ. How Sachin was in his early days, how Messi was in his early days. उसके बाद we are talking about say under Pep Guardiola. उसके बाद once Pep left, what kind of player he was. उसके बाद while playing with Neymar and Suarez, he was a different player. In his later years, he was a different player. Now he's a completely different player. But we are talking about an absolute genius who, despite all the talks, still scored a hat trick. And I think one of the reasons he can do that because people around him buy into the idea of playing for Messi. People around Ronaldo don't buy into that. Of course, you see if you see Bruno and say Bernardo Silva, I'm sure all of them adore Ronaldo, but at the back of their mind, I will be really surprised if they don't think, oh my god, all my great club form is going to waste. And this is exactly what's happening. And I mean, it's not like let me say it again. It's not like I want Ronaldo to play badly, but I don't see any. sign or evidence or any data that suggests that things are going to improve for him. And it's sad in a way because he's 40 something year old man. The bigger problem for them is Roberto Martinez. लेकिन क्या चालू है यार वो he's not going to play better. He's not going to play any better at all. Oh, unpredictable during high speed. Hmm. You should take the account the difficulties of. No, I don't think so. ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है मेरे को. मतलब मतलब फ्रॉम व्हाट आई सी यहाँ पे बिल्कुल नहीं लग रहा है वो. मेरे ख्याल से दर दर कन्विंसिंग परफॉर्मेंस कितना था उतना सिर्फ इट इज टेकिंग दैट इनटू अकाउंट. इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन देखो कनाडा और इसका दिखा रहा है मैक्सिको तो हो गया साउथ कोरिया और इसका भी दिखा रहा है यहाँ पे इट इज 89%. So I think the only the games they have played उससे सिर्फ आ रहा है बाकी कुछ prediction in the sense it is just based on what you have in front of you, not what will happen in the remaining games. I think I'll check Aditya. Good question actually. मैं वापस एक बार चेक करता हूँ इसको, but I don't think they have. Frozen, do you need a video editor? Frozen भाई, if you have any samples या suggestion, एक काम करो ना. आपका ये रहेगा. If you have worked for any creator, can you just share a couple of your reels on an Instagram account? I'll go through it and let's see. Let's talk. उसके बाद 90s का Sachin carrying that you have become 90. Thank you, bhai. Thank you, bhai. And oh yes, 5:30, not 5, 5:30, 5:30. जल्दी नहीं चालू करूंगा मैं. 5:30 till 5:30. I'll have to wake up at 5. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ठीक करके. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. See, I don't take what people say online. I don't take what people say online seriously. They are just like me. They are just morons on the internet. So it's fine. It's absolutely fine. कुछ फर्क इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता. 5 years back, or maybe 10 years back, I would have been really, really furious and rattled. But it doesn't matter to me. And to be very honest, क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार? Hmm. It's truly annoying they're going after Bruno with their idol. A lesser panels than the Jabulani. I feel before his knee problem, he had mastered that knuckleball technique. Yeah. Good point. Good point. तुक्केबाज free kick. Yeah, यार मतलब उसके पहले at least he used to score some good free kicks, right? World Cup 2018 का तो free kick था, बहुत अच्छा free kick था उसका. लेकिन आजकल तो कुछ नहीं. Hey Keshav, if you put the fear in Ronaldo that he can be benched and not placed top of the hierarchy level, then you can sub him out. I don't think it has anything to do with Keshav. I'll be honest. I don't think it has anything to do with not taking it seriously. One thing you can't blame Ronaldo for is not giving his 100%. He will always give his 100%. But the problem is his 100% right now is not good enough for his team. As a sort of a central attacker, a central striker, he will always deliver, always deliver. But right now, he's simply not capable of doing that. Not capable of doing that. Well, he will give his 100%. Hamesha. I mean, I found it, and I see more than sorry, so more than Ronaldo fans, it's some of the creators that really wind me up. That they're just still going after, sort of making, yeah, oh my God, Ronaldo will be. I'm not saying that you should not have Ronaldo as your favorite player. A lot of people, Rohit's favorite player is Ronaldo, but come on, I mean, if you have a large fan base, large follower base, I mean, at least try to sort of look at that situation objectively. There has no evidence for us to suggest that Ronaldo will be I will be back at the World Cup. कुछ suggestion नहीं, ये कुछ है ही नहीं. But ठीक है यार, रोनाल्डो के बारे में अच्छा बोलने के बाद clicks मिलता है. So maybe some people are doing that. Insta is a one way. Oh, attack people. Yeah. So if they will personally attack you, yeah, वो तो होता ही है. It's very good, very bad idea to talk about. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but people, I mean, मत करो. मतलब if any, I take it as a friendly advice from your older brother. Please वो politics और ये please उस पे argue मत करो. किसी के साथ इंस्टाग्राम या इस पे सोशल मीडिया पे वो बोलते हैं ना गधे के सामने सॉरी आई मीन इट्स लाइक आर्ग्यूइंग विद अ डोंकी मत करो वो सब एक आप कुछ भी बोलोगे समवन विल टेक समथिंग एल्स इनटू कॉन्टेक्स्ट so yeah it's really hard being Ronaldo fan right now but don't you think Portugal players so run uh, नहीं नो आई डोंट अग्री विद दिस स्वस्तिक क्योंकि क्या है ना बेसिकली दे डोंट ओ रोनाल्डो एनीथिंग they owe their country something. But in order for them to perform at their absolute best, they should be playing in a system that suits everyone. See, there is a stark difference between Ronaldo and Messi. After that game against Portugal, Ronaldo looked lonely. He looked sort of broken after that Portugal Congo game. And every time, even when Argentina had bad performances, uh, players around him always wanted to do their best for Messi. That's not the case with Ronaldo right now. But I'm not saying they want Ronaldo to fail, but if you want to do your absolute best, it's for their country more than Ronaldo. For see, we are talking about the highest of stage. A player just because he was great in the past, वो नहीं मतलब that player has no place in the team if he is going to hold the team back. And whether anyone likes it or not, Ronaldo is holding Portugal back right now. But he's not doing it क्या बोलते हैं deliberately, but he's playing in a system that is, I mean, let's just say, first of all, he's a 41-year-old man. It's idiotic to expect a 41-year-old man to perform at the same level as he used to do, say, 8 years back. It's idiotic. वो कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. But using him from the bench would be a good idea, maybe. लेकिन how the point that you're trying to make that other people should perform for Ronaldo, but to do that they should be played in in their best position, and to for that to happen, Ronaldo should not start. So actually, that is ironic for if players have to sort of for players have to perform well for Ronaldo. Ronaldo should not be in the team. Yeah, that is ironic. Oh God, it was horrific. विटीनिया को निकाला वो तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विटीनिया को निकाला ब्रूनो को ही वाज मेकिंग ब्रूनो होल्ड व्हाई वुड यू डू दैट इज आई मीन this is very मतलब in every sense this is a bad man management as well. You can see from Argentina players, all the Argentine players are ready to die for Messi. They will run through brick walls for Messi. That's not the case with Ronaldo right now. That's not the case. He was the outright top scorer, scoring almost all on. Fair enough. See, if he does well in at the World Cup, nobody's going to say. At least I'm not going to say, "Ki fuck, why the fuck he should not play well or whatever." I'm not happy that he's playing well. Good to him. But अपने पास कुछ भी डेटा नहीं है. We saw what happened during qualifiers. क्वालिफायर्स में सेम हुआ था, यूरोस में सेम हुआ था, लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप में सेम हुआ था, उसके पहले यूरोस में भी सेम हुआ था. तो दिस हैज बीन गोइंग ऑन फॉर फार टू लॉन्ग. लिटरली 6 साल से वही चल रही 6-7 साल से वही चल रहा है. एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट आई डिड नॉट वॉच द नेशंस लीग गेम. आई डिड नॉट वॉच. सो या may I know where to you can contact us on our Insta page. It's tbmt.pod on Instagram. So yeah, contact us there. Yeah, fair enough. Needs to put aside and start going. I mean, see, who did they score 8 goals against? Just hold on, no? 9 goals against? Was it some small team? But nevertheless, Iran, not Iran or something Armenia or Armenia. Yeah, it's Armenia. Armenia. So right after Ronaldo was red carded against Ireland, They scored 9 goals against Armenia. And you can make an argument that scoring 9 goals against Armenia is not a big deal. But how many times do you see a team scoring 9 goals? How many times do you see anyone score, any team score 9 goals at international level? Not many times, right? So, yeah, I'll do say comparisons of players rather than that. But see, क्या है ना? See, I'll tell you something. क्या है ना कि tribalism in football is fun. It is fun. I like making comparison, to be very honest. But after a while, you realize that it's pointless. And yeah, I mean, see, हर एक player की anyway specialty होती है. It's see, there is no point in trying to compare any player with Messi unless you are comparing say Maradona or Pele with him. You can't compare any player with Messi. वो नहीं होने वाला. Ronaldo can sort of, I don't know, be at his absolute best 2 times, but he will not play as good as Messi, as well as Messi. Messi is that good यार, इतना अच्छा है वो. You can't do anything about it. ये पागलपन है और या मतलब it is social media, right? Basically वो डिजाइन ही इसके लिए किया to provoke you, to क्या बोलते हैं ना, to make you sort of rattle you. So yeah, yeah, they're playing for the flag. Exactly. Same, my point exactly. The thing is, Ronaldo 5 years back would have backed all Shenning and outspoken. Now he can't. Yeah, he can't. Yeah, I mean that's again. About this point. See, the attitude is not going to change. That the attitude is what made him the player, the kind of player he is, because he was an absolute genius. Now he can't do anything about it. I mean, there is a reason he's playing in Saudi League, right? On the other hand, Messi is playing in the American League, MLS, and but he's still doing it, man. We saw what he did in the first game, right? It was extraordinary. That hat trick against Algeria and how he was moving throughout the game. And there was a point when वो पूरा भागे जब पीछे जाके back कर रहा था. It wasn't like he wasn't running. He was doing he was running, doing the running. उसका heat map देखा तो it is all across the pitch. So it's not that कि Messi कुछ नहीं कर रहा है. Messi is just standing in front of, say, ahead, behind the striker Julian Alvarez or Lautaro Martinez, and that's about it. That's not the case. So yeah. All right. Hey, Aditya Mangeshwar, please bear with me. Your views on team are pleasantly surprised that who looks the sharpest dark horses who will go deep in the tournament top runners for golden boot. Can Messi? See, about this question, he most definitely can do that. Huh? See, I personally think Golden Boot Kylian Mbappe will win the Golden Boot. This is my opinion. क्योंकि एम्बापे अरे यार वो साला 8 games में लास्ट he has scored sort of I'm talking about right from the start of the last World Cup. He scored brace 4 times Aditya. तो 8 गेम में 4 बार ब्रेस करना इंक्लूडिंग वन हैट्रिक इज रिडिकुलस. सो माय पिक फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप वाज एम्बापे. लेकिन अगर मेसी ऐसा करता रहा तो क्या यार भिंडी, क्या 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 होगा भैंचोद. It will be a tussle between Messi and Mbappe. I find it really funny that for for about a decade, Messi and Ronaldo were just at it all the time. They were competing against each other. And see, uh, having Ronaldo sort of helped Messi because it motivated him more. Having Messi, of course, drove Ronaldo. Ronaldo was a madman at Real Madrid in the Champions League. He was just a fucking animal. So, but yeah, I mean, Messi now is after competing with Ronaldo, now he's competing with Mbappe. क्या चालू है यार? क्या चालू है? So I personally thought that it is going to be Mbappe's World Cup. I thought he will win the Golden Boot, but ये Messi का ऐसे चालू रहा तो I will not be surprised if Messi is right up there. But still, I feel Mbappe will do that. Yeah. Uh, Teams that pleasantly see, I was really happy with Cape Verde. I was really happy with Cape Verde. That game against Spain, of course, we were doing watch along. वो इतना सही था. And they were. It's not like they were just a park. It's not like they just parked the bus. They were doing everything. They were good on the ball. They are technically much better than we thought they were. Uh, they were not scared to take the ball. They were not scared of taking possession. It wasn't sort of minnow performance कि भाई नहीं हमको नहीं कुछ करना, हमको नहीं आता कुछ तो हम लोग सिर्फ will sit back and hit you on the counter. They were good on the ball. Of course, understandable that they don't have that much quality. So it's okay that they had issues in the final third. But I was really impressed with Cape Verde, man. मतलब there are a lot of teams have sort of ये कर रहे हैं कि and to be very honest, Aditya, I felt Kurosawa before that stupid fucking हाइड्रेशन ब्रेक इवन कुरासावा वर डूइंग वेल वो अच्छा खेल रहे थे यार लेकिन वो चूतिया भैंचोद हाइड्रेशन ब्रेक हो गया और सब पानी में चला गया वो लिटरली पानी में चला गया ड्यू टू दैट हाइड्रेशन ब्रेक या ओके वन मोर क्वेश्चन यू आस्क्ड लुक द शार्पेस्ट डार्क हॉर्सेस विल गो कैन डी ओके हम लोग एक काम करते हैं हम लोग एक फोर्ट मॉक पे ना हम लोग चेक करते हैं उसका एग्जैक्टली क्या हो सकता है मैं वर्ल्ड कप का ये चेक कर रहा हूँ पूरा नॉकआउट चेक कर रहा हूँ सो अगर इफ यू लुक एट समवन लाइक से नॉर्वे ग्रुप आई में वो लोग एक मिनट तो आई एम अज्यूमिंग नॉर्वे विल फिनिश सेकंड इन द ग्रुप अभी ग्रुप आई में सेकंड देखते हैं ग्रुप आई फर्स्ट यहां पे ग्रुप आई सेकंड विल फेस ग्रुप ई का सेकंड ठीक है अभी ग्रुप ई में सेकंड कौन आ सकता है जर्मनी आइवरी कोस्ट सो लेट्स अज्यूम कि इट विल बी आइवरी कोस्ट वर्सेस आइवरी कोस्ट वर्सेस ये नॉर्वे लेट्स अज्यूम फॉर दैट अज्यूम दैट फॉर अ मिनट उसके बाद दे विल प्ले अगेंस्ट 1C into 2F ओके सी ग्रुप में तो ब्राजील है Oh, so good chance in the round of 16, Norway will play 1C and 2F. F group में कौन है बे? Good chance they will play Brazil in the round of 16. So round of 16 now it is like today's quarterfinal, right? Sorry, last World Cup's quarterfinal, right? उतने game खेले. But good chance they will play someone like Brazil and where they can lose. But again, if we come just look at Brazil ka group, just for the sake of argument, let's assume कि Brazil ने finished second because Morocco are playing well and they looked in the first half at least they looked better than Brazil. लेकिन अभी देखते हैं कल ये क्या करता है कार्लो क्या करता है ब्राजील के लिए. So it's going to be a really a key game. But just in case, if they play against Morocco, they definitely have a better chance of going through and playing quarter final than Brazil. Sorry. If Norway play against Morocco, there is a good chance of going through than they would have against Brazil, provided Brazil they improve their form from tomorrow's game. But good chance that ये करते हैं, good chance that they can play the round of 16. ये round of 16 के बाद there is a good chance that they can also play quarter final. So Norway looks like a good bet right now. अगर हम लोग ना मेक्सिको की बात करेंगे तो मेक्सिको they are finishing first in the group. तो उनका तो हो गया. They will play 3-1. Let's for the sake of argument they will play assume कि they will play 1L. ठीक है. 1L मेरे ख्याल से इंग्लैंड है. किधर गया बे? Yeah, England. So they will play against England at Azteca. तो उनका थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है. हम लोग सिर्फ आई एम जस्ट लुकिंग एट ऑल द सॉर्ट ऑफ डार्क हॉर्सेस टीम्स. तो उनका थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है. ये छोड़ के कनाडा स्विट्जरलैंड तो छोड़ दो. ये हो गया. यूएसए का देखते क्या होगा. सो देयर इज अ गुड चांस दैट यूएसए विल प्ले ईरान राइट. अगर यूएसए तो मेरे ख्याल से दे विल फिनिश द ग्रुप ऑन टॉप. तो 1D का एक बार चेक करते हैं और उसके बाद मैं आगे का कमेंट चेक करता हूँ. 1D डू यू वांट मी टू ओके मैं काम करता हूँ ना मेरा ये कर देता हूँ ना स्क्रीन शेयर कर देता हूँ ना ऐसे क्यों बड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ मैं. तो यहाँ पे यूएस इज 1D. 1D विल प्ले अगेंस्ट एक मिनट रुको भाई लोग किधर है 1D. हाँ गुड चांस 1D. I see. I'm assuming 1D will go through or they will play against 1G. New Zealand, Iran, Belgium, Egypt. Hmm. So good chance US will play Egypt. If they continue their form right now, again, we'll have better idea after United States game tonight. But if they play, there is a good chance that they will play Belgium. वो खेल सकते हैं. Good chance of that happening. अभी यहाँ पे 3BE अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे देखेंगे, ये देखना पड़ेगा पूरा. But I'm still expecting it could be USA versus Belgium. We are क्या बोलते हैं ना, we are basically keeping in mind कि कुछ जैसा है वैसे ही रहेगा. Nothing will change. जो बड़ी टीम्स है वो लोग आगे जाएंगी. If that happens, they can play against Belgium. So this is round of 32. They can play Belgium in the round of 16. So yeah, good times, good times. It's madness. So they can play quarterfinal in that case. USA can play a quarterfinal. So yeah. All right, all right. Yeah. What you said, all I wanted to say is that there is no need for come to comment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true, true. That's अरे कोई भी फैन वॉर रहेगा ना, आप कोई भी देखो ये वैश्वल भाई, बीट कोई भी. Thank God I did not have social media back in Sachin का days. मतलब of course we had later Facebook चालू हुआ था, Twitter थोड़ा सा चालू हुआ था, लेकिन thank God we did not have social media back in the days when Sachin was playing 24/7. I think I would have gone absolute bonkers fighting with some absolute nimrods, and I would have been another nimrod. Social media does to you यार, वो आपके brain को कर देता है वैसे. So yeah, thank God we did not have that. No, but Sanjeev, that's the thing, right? Messi has a freedom because Messi can use that freedom and can create something for others. Ronaldo has never been that player. And I said in that reel that Ronaldo is tactically inflexible. That is tactical inflexibility, right? I will play one simple role. It's not a simple role. Scoring goals is very difficult in football, but I will play that role. And he has been doing that role since 2013 14. Earlier, at least he used to interchange with wings. Now he's just sort of a single minded striker, and that's about it. वो पहले ये करता था. I think Ronaldo at United, the way he used to interchange positions with Rooney and Tevez, it was a phenomenal to watch. It was fantastic to watch. He used to at times at Real Madrid, he used to change positions with Benzema. लेकिन कभी देखा है लास्ट में वो? लास्ट में देखा कभी है अपन ने वो सब? After he left Real Madrid, we have not seen that from Ronaldo. In fact, before that, from 2015-16, I thought he was pretty. Uh, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but he played only one position. He did not do anything else. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks Chiranjeevi. Yeah, Armenia. Hey, thanks Akshay. He's on a 9-game goal draw now, in which they have played a lot of small teams. Yeah. See, uh, that red card against Ireland was basically cancelled because he is Ronaldo, and that's all. और कोई रीजन नहीं था वो रेड कार्ड कैंसिल करने का, लेकिन उन्होंने बोला कि इट्स रोनाल्डो, वी हैव ह्यूज वर्ल्ड कप, रोनाल्डो तो अपने को चाहिए, सो वो लोग ने कैंसिल कर दिया. सो यार, सोशल मीडिया विल ब्रिंग रोनाल्डो. हाँ, ठीक है यार, सोशल मीडिया को कुछ भी करने दो यार, इग्नोर देम. ओचो जी, आर यू स्टार्टिंग द नेक्स्ट गेम फॉर मेक्सिको आल्सो? प्लीज अरेंज वन मैच टिकट. आपको एक आखिरी बार. या बट मेक्सिको विल प्ले एट Azteca in the next game. If they win that next game, they will play in the next game, in the sense in the two knockouts game, two knockouts. So round of 32 and if they win the round of 32, they'll play round of 16 in Azteca. By the way, I was watching that Mexico versus South Korea game. Huh? It was a fantastic game to watch. It was a must game to watch. Ekdam sahi game tha wo. And Mexico in the first game, they did not even have to switch gears, right? But against South Korea, they were really good, really good. Their midfield was proper compact. They have so much energy in their midfield. Two players, Lira and Romo, the goal scorer. Of course, the goal was scored because of goalkeeper's mistake. But both Romo and Lira were fantastic. You had someone like Gallardo, who was playing as wing back. He was absolutely playing as wing back, taking that. Who was that player on the right hand side? Some Kim. एक कोई तो किम था उसको he was taking him along with him and making creating space for Quinones. So Quinones वहां पे थोड़ा सा सेंटर में ये विंग बैक ये करके और Quinones was sort of उस स्पेस थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लॉइट करने का ट्राई कर रहा था. But Gallardo, but Lira, your Romo and what was the place name? Gallardo और एक कोई था यार. Yeah, whatever. All these players had such fantastic games, man. Amazing खेले वो, बहुत सही खेले. And especially after scoring that first goal, the game was over after scoring the first goal because South Korea, baki more than tactics and all that kind of stuff. It's not like South Korea were completely down after the goal. लेकिन crowd उसका जो was so fucking charged up. South Koreans had no time in hell, man. They had no chance in hell. बिल्कुल chance नहीं था. Because Mexicans were so charged up, the crowd was so charged up. It was so good to watch. बहुत मजा आया मैच देखने को. मुझे मतलब I had a good time while watching that game. Yeah. Oh, 100%. He is the one. Oracle said he is the one. He's that good, yeah. He's that good. Yeah, I know, Swastik. I know what you're trying to say. I'm not saying. See, everyone wants to see that. It's not like I want to see Ronaldo fail. But we have no data or we have nothing to suggest that's going to happen. We saw that during last World Cup. Last World Cup के time पे भी there was ऐसे ही सब arguments होता था. I was a bit active on Twitter at the time. तो तभी भी ऐसा ही चालू था कि yeah, Ronaldo come back? But he had probably better chance of doing it during the last World Cup than this because of his body, because of his age. So we have no data to suggest that will happen. बिल्कुल नहीं ऐसा कुछ मतलब nothing that suggests it will happen. And as I always said, for Portugal to play at their absolute best, uh, other people have to play. Bruno Fernandes had a season of his life. John Neves and Vitinha, they had both had seasons of their lives. You had three players in the midfield who had dream seasons, better seasons than most players in the world or Europe. And you need to build around them, right? It makes sense to build around them. Uh, it's not like Ronaldo is 30 and he had a bad season at say Real Madrid or for his team, and you still trust Ronaldo to do the job, and yeah, he will do it. No, manager says no. I'm not going to change anything. I want Ronaldo as my center of my attack. That's not the case. That's simply not the case. You have three players. You also have Bernardo Silva. Yeah? Bernardo Silva. I know last in the last game he was bad, but I mean it's all right. Yeah, that is understandable. That will happen. एक मतलब even if the team produces brilliant performances, more often than not, not more than nine players play very well is what I'm trying to say. Very few times you will see 11 out of 11 players playing having time of their lives, and I must have seen it like three in 20 years of me watching football. I must have seen for United. I'm mainly saying I must have seen it like 7 to 8 times. What happened that one against Roma? I would say the way we were, in fact, even against City at in the Manchester derby, Diego Dallo had an average game, and all the other players had a very good game. But Diego Dallo had an average game. तो वो नहीं होता तो once in a while players तो खराब खेलने वाले यार. That's fine. That's understandable. But again, my point is this कि देखो जो ये था उसका the one thing that Thierry Henry criticized him for कि you're here to score for the team or something like that, right? Not for you. The goal is for you. Goal is for the team or not for you, something like that. But Thierry Henry is someone who can say that because Thierry Henry used to assist player like crazy. And if you look at Thierry Henry always smiled when he assisted. When he scored goals, his celebration was quite mute. At times, a bit passionate or yeah, but he always smiled when he assisted. So yeah, I mean, I hope you know what I'm trying to say. I don't think so. With this setup, with this lineup, with this tactics, no, they can't. They simply can't. Hey, hello. How's it going, man? Anirban. हाँ ठीक है यार, वो ट्रिगर हो जाता है, मतलब आई डिड नॉट इवन रियलाइज कि इतना उतना उसको रील का रीच बढ़ेगा। मैंने एक्चुअली रियलाइज भी नहीं किया था। मैंने ऐसे ही करके डाला। आई मीन यू लुक एट माय रील्स, मोस्ट ऑफ माय रील्स ईदर दे आर क्विज़ेस और इट्स जस्ट मी टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग एंड सम इमेजेस। वो कुछ ज्यादा उसमें वी डोंट यूज मोशन पिक्चर्स एंड नो नॉट सॉरी मोशन ग्राफिक्स, सॉरी एक हम लोग कुछ यूज नहीं करते। एंड दिस इज समथिंग आई वांट टू वी वांट टू गेट टू दैट प्रोबब्ली इन द फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट सीजन। लेकिन वो कुछ नहीं करते, इट वाज सिंपल रील। तो आई थॉट, मुझे लगा भी नहीं था उसको इतना अच्छा रील मिलेगा, but it got the reach and a lot of people got butthurt. I mean, I don't see. मैं बाकी सबको ignore करता हूँ. There is a fucking quiz master who said, I mean, who said something idiotic. Again, someone else saying that is, I mean, that is the only comment I've replied to. And I'm like, you're a fucking quiz master. Tell me the uh, critic you have of that what I said. Stop. You can definitely do better than that. That's the only reply I have made to someone who acted like an idiot. Is that so? I don't know this. Let me check. फैक्ट चेक एक बार देख रहा हूँ। पार्टनरशिप विद ये दिस इज सो idiotic, right? Ronaldo and the entry were gutted after dropping points again for. I did not even know Ronaldo had sisters. When he wears national jersey at the moment, Portugal needs to, he disappears from the games. ये क्या बहन है, देख क्यों ये फुटबॉलर्स का माए बाप भाई बहन छुतिया लोग बहन चोद घर पे बैठे यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है हम लोग को, झाटा कुछ फर्क पड़ता है, तुम लोग क्या गांड मरवाते हो उसके उससे भोसड़े में जाओ साले। Idiotic, idiotic. See, Henrique is one of Luis Henrique is one of those players who is very good apparently, and but since he is playing at Zenit, he doesn't have that big a profile. So Cunha has a good profile. Cunha, of course, is a good player, but he also has a good profile, क्योंकि he plays at Manchester United. Luis Henrique does not have that sort of stuff. तो या इट सीम्स कि वो ये मतलब मैंने टीम न्यूज़ मतलब ये रिपोर्ट या कुछ मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है, बट उसका प्रोफाइल अच्छा नहीं है, बट इट सीम्स ही इज अ गुड प्लेयर। बट इफ अगेन यार, मतलब इफ यू आस्क मी व्हिच from the first week which teams are capable of winning the world cup just from one single game, uh, अभी तो ऐसा लगता है कि अर्जेंटीना because of their performance, England if they get their defense right, uh, and I don't think Germany, they were okay-ish. I don't think they were great as such. And you can make an argument for France, but every team, even these three teams, has कुछ ना कुछ तो issue है उसमें. I think if England get their defense sorted, they can do it. They can go all the way. Yeah? They need to get their defense sorted. But if Argentina they get out of that sort of see, problem with Argentina, matlab, I thought the problem with Argentina before starting the World Cup is their defense, most of their defense is the same as it was back during the last World Cup. Usually, it's not a good idea. But again, when they wear their Argentina jersey, they are different players altogether. Right? They are completely different players. So that Argentina, France, I've said it so many times. My worry for France is they have their midfield is pretty weak. So just imagine if Rodrigo, Paul, and two others they decide to gang up on their midfield, it's not going to be easy for them. Spain, of course, Spain will come back. See, matlab, we have a history of teams who start slow winning the World Cup. That's always happened. Team which starts the World Cup right, sort of on the front foot, very rarely has won the World Cup. At least in the group stage, they by the end of the group stage, maybe they get their mojo back and then they go for it. Same happened with Germany. Yeah? Germany, before that quarterfinal, they played really well against in that quarterfinal against France in the seven, and then semi-final and 7-1 happened. But और कौन सा performance ये था? Against Portugal, they won 4-0 or something, but that I think Pepe got red card during that game. Later, Ghana gave them fight for their lives. Ghana were really good in that game. Later, they played against Algeria. Then Squad Mustafi got injured, and बाद में Philip Lam वहाँ पे shift हो गया right back. So it's never very difficult to predict. I really want Brazil to win for some reason. And I also got a very good Brazil jersey from a friend of mine. जो मतलब he has उसने jersey का business उसका चालू किया. वो अभी यहाँ पे नहीं है यहाँ पे. I'll wear Brazil का jersey tomorrow while doing the watch along. So yeah. लाइव सब काउंट आया कैमरा रिपेयर भाई क्या क्या चल रहा है भाई लोग आज आज थोड़ा सा मैंने कुछ ज्यादा ये किया नहीं है बट वी हैव 2102 सब्सक्राइबर्स राइट नाउ 2102 सॉरी 2102 हाँ 2102 अपना सब्सक्राइबर्स है अभी तक सो फार छोड़ा ना सॉरी 2102 लगाओ ना गॉड यूएसए वर्सेस मेक्सिको एक मिनट रुको अरे यार अरे ना आज ना अभी ना साला थोड़ा मुझे जल्दी थोड़ा सा बाहर निकलना है तो आज मस्त आज ये नहीं रहता तो हम लोग आज आराम से बहुत टाइम बात कर सकते थे लेकिन मेक्सिको और ये इसकी मैं क्या बोल सकता है ओके सो मेक्सिको 1A मेक्सिको तक हो गया यहाँ पे यूएसए और मेक्सिको मेक्सिको होने का चांस बहुत कम है यार कम है बहुत कम है मेक्सिको वर्सेस ईरान भी नहीं लगता मेरे को होगा आई डोंट थिंक सो इट विल हैपन फॉर मेक्सिको ईरान वर्सेस यूएसए टू हैपन ग्रुप जी में ईरान नीड टू फिनिश at the top of Group G. That's not going to happen, man. Or they should come third in the group. That happen? Oh, they can come third in that group. Okay, all right. But again, they will play against. No, चांस मेरे को कम लगता है यूएसए ईरान का चांस मेरे को अभी तो बहुत कम लग रहा है ये देख के एक मिनट रुको वो लोग अभी तो कम लग रहा है चांस लेट्स सी क्या होता है को कि नेदरलैंड्स टॉप्स और इवन कम सेकंड इन द ग्रुप दे विल फेस मोरक्को और ब्राजील नो It is, bro. I'll tell you something. I used to use Twitter for about 10 years, day and night. My brain started getting fried. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with the politics. I can't deal with football ka fights. I can't deal with it. Social media is not, अपना brain is not designed for us to use social media. बिल्कुल डिजाइन नहीं है अपने लिए. It's a very bad idea. It is mentally exhausting क्योंकि उसमें it's all what about tree, right? It's never कि बाबा हाँ बाबा ये गलत है ये पार्टी भी गलत है ये पार्टी भी गलत है उसमें ऐसा रहता है मेरी पार्टी सही है तुम्हारी पार्टी गलत है that's all ये क्या बोलते हैं ना ये बाइनरी में जब ये फाइट चालू होता है ना it's better to just ignore it मैं तो इग्नोर कर देता हूँ all right maybe not pull Kohli in T20 वो last match में clutch but they have to reach the बहुत difficult है I find it extremely difficult Kohli was at least performing in the IPL, right? At the time, मुझे बहुत difficult लगता है. I will too old to play in the team cannot. अरे but see that's the thing, right? What I said in that reel is Portugal's problem is not lack of striker. It's the lack of idea of playing without striker. It's not like I get that striker is a very important part of you, but you have players who can score goals, right? It's not like you can't at least try. You 100% you are going to get qualified to the next round. You are going to get through. But Martinez is not even experimenting here. मुझे नहीं समझ रही है. You have Bruno who produced one of the best performances we have seen in the Premier League. You have Vitinha and Joao Neves, two of the best midfielders in Europe right now. Both guys won the Champions League, fucking two Champions League in 2 seasons. So what else do you want? ये पागलपन चलो. It's madness. I mean I'm not sure पोर्चुगल का टीम का जो डायनामिक अभी कैसा है. I don't know if पोर्चुगल का टीम का जैसा अभी अर्जेंटीना में anytime you look at those players, Messi is walking, you have 10 guys around him. They have the sort of brotherhood का जो ये है ना सेंस है ना, वो तो हमेशा रहता ही रहता है. You do you see that with Portugal? I don't. उतना अच्छा 6 महीने बोल के सैंडरबर्ग साइन कर बेंजे को बारे यार अरे जाने दो लेट्स नॉट इवन टॉक अबाउट इट. Need to play with midfield of three, Neves and Vitinha. Silva can replicate what Fabian Ruiz does in PSG, but yeah, you can't leave Bruno. That's the thing. Bruno has had a great season, man. That T-shirt looks mad. Yeah, this one, yeah, I absolutely love cats. So yeah, to bring Roberto Martin, मेरे को समझा ही नहीं उनका ये. मेरे को लॉजिक ही समझा नहीं रॉबर्टो मार्टिनेज के लिए टू गो फॉर रॉबर्टो मार्टिनेज. They had another guy, no, Belgian had him, sorry, Belgium had him, and Mark Wilmots, who I found extremely irritating. ये क्या क्या रॉबर्टो मार्टिनेज मुझे पता ही नहीं है क्या सोच के उसको साइन किया. नहीं चिन्मय, that's not it, right? People are overreacting. I get what you're trying to say. If, Spain, दोनों सिनेरियो बहुत डिफरेंट है. But Spain, when they have say Mbappe and क्या है Mbappe दिमाग खराब हो गया मेरा. Yamal and Williams, once they start playing, they will be fine. Can you say that about Portugal? Portugal will have to sort of take one of the biggest decisions that they will ever have to take. And what who's that guy Santos did before going, he started dropping Ronaldo. So he actually made the next manager's job easy. कि बाबा मैं पहले ही उसको ड्रॉप कर रहा हूं, अभी तू तू संभाल, तू जो करना है विदाउट रोनाल्डो करना प्लान करना चालू कर. लेकिन मार्टिनेज did not want to do that. He did not want to do that. Yeah, it was idiotic. Henri was on point. And I saw a couple of creators picked it up and said something stupid about it. और दिमाग खराब होता है मेरा ये सब देख के. क्लिक्स के लिए तुम लोग कुछ भी करोगे क्या? If you ask me, my most hated player of all time is Thierry Henry during his playing days. Because he had that क्या बोलते हैं ना कि you would love to have him in your team, but you don't want him as an opposition. You would hate him as an opposition. He was that kind of a player. But he's extremely honest, extremely candid. कभी भी कुछ, he's never biased. He gives always gives his honest opinion. Why are people acting like idiots seriously just because they want clicks? This is nonsense. But I mean, see, वही हुआ ना पर after that Panama game, Ancelotti said that I need to change rethink of my game plan. और वो करने के बाद उसने once Wesley got injured, he decided to get Ederson in, right? So yeah, he's trying to correct that. But I don't know Brazil का क्या कौन full back ये करेगा? उनका full back कौन करेगा? See, it's Carlo. The only reason to trust Brazil right now is because of Carlo. पर और कोई रीजन नहीं है अपने पास ब्राजील को ट्रस्ट करने का, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. क्योंकि उनका their squad is ridiculously unbalanced. But if someone can get results out of that squad, then it is 100% Carlo. 2014, I don't think Germany played Serbia. But लेकिन 2018 और 22 में तो वो तो बाहर ही गए, राइट? तो या वेरी गुड आइडिया. वेरी गुड आइडिया. वेरी गुड आइडिया. मत करो ट्विटर यूज. छुट्यापा हो गया मैं चलो. पूरा चुतैपा हो गया. एक तो ट्विटर का मतलब इफ यू गो टू अर्ली डेज ऑफ ट्विटर, उसका फंडिंग कहाँ से आता था देखो. उसका पूरा ट्विटर का पहले का फंडिंग सऊदी मनी का था, सऊदी मनी था। मेजर पार्ट ऑफ हिज वाज़ फ्रॉम बिन तलाल फैमिली। तो वो छोड़ दो, ट्विटर और ये सब छोड़ दो। सेंसरशिप पहले ट्विटर पे बहुत था, अभी तो और मतलब सेंसरशिप चूतियागिरी था। अभी तो मतलब जस्ट बिकॉज़ पीपल वांट टू गेट मोनेटाइज्ड तो वो लोग पागलपन करते हैं वहाँ पे। छोड़ दो, ट्विटर मत करो। मतलब आई वांट टू क्रिएट अ ट्विटर अकाउंट जिस पे आई विल ओनली फॉलो सिलेक्टेड पीपल लाइक एंडी मिटन क्यों? बिकॉज़ आई वांट न्यूज़। आई थिंक इट इज़ द मोस्ट रिलायबल सोर्स ऑफ गेटिंग न्यूज़, स्पेशली फुटबॉल न्यूज़। तो मैं आई डू इट मुझे चैनल का भी ट्विटर ये करना पड़ेगा शायद। तो वो करने के बाद आई फॉलो फ्यू पीपल लाइक योर ऑनस्टीन, एंडी मिटन, समवन लाइक टिम विकरी इफ ही इज ऑन ट्विटर, जोनाथन विल्सन। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दोस मुझे मुझे बिल्कुल यूज़ करना नहीं है ट्विटर। आई विल यूज़ इट फॉर फुटबॉल अपडेट्स, दैट्स अबाउट इट। ओह! राइट, राइट, राइट। बट वही होगा ना यूएसए तो सेकंड होने से रहा। वो तो अभी नहीं होने वाला। तो या बट वही है ना, वो पंगा वही है ना। सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ट्विटर में का बहुत बड़ा लॉस था। इट वाज़ मतलब उसका बहुत बहुत हेवी लॉस में थे। सो टू मोनेटाइज़ इट दे हैड टू डू समथिंग। लेकिन अभी ये पूरा रेस बेटिंग हो गया उसपे। ट्विटर पूरा लॉस में था यार, बहुत बड़ा लॉस ये इनकर किया है अब मस्क ने, जो ट्विटर का ये कर क चालू था तो। नाटक चालू था। दे हैड सच अ ह्यूज सॉफ्टवेयर का टीम। इतनी ज़रूरत थी नहीं, उसने 90% लोगों को फायर कर दिया। And I'll tell you something, completely off topic, but when I see a news of अरे बाबा किसी कंपनी में ले ऑफ हो रहे हैं, I'll tell you something. As someone who has worked in technology for 12 years, these layoffs, मतलब क्या होता है ना कि see, at times really good people, good engineers lose their job who put their absolute best, but lot of times वो layoffs होते हैं because उनकी बहुत टाइम जरूरत नहीं होती है। You can, I mean, you can pay one guy really well and he can do a job of three people easily. ऐसा होता ही है वो पागलपन है सब। 30 shots at teams. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, but they need to find an idea. They need to find some idea. ये नहीं पाएगा। This with this formation that they are playing, they're not going to win anything. And Roberto Martinez, I'm not really sure if tactically capable of managing this situation. Yeah. Okay, okay. What I'll do, so I don't have his website right now. मैं कल उसका when we do the watch along, I'll share his website with you guys. आप चेक कर लो उसमें तो। मतलब basically this is the guy who I met. There is a cafe where I go and work. वहाँ पे मुझे I met him. So he told me that he's starting a ये football का ये. तो he gave me one jersey. So yeah, it's a really good jersey. Really good jersey. I might order one more probably in a week or so. Who had an assist record and two guys who won back-to-back UCL riding Horton and Charlton. Yeah. Hey, emerging भाई क्या हाल है? Balance to place Ronaldo. या सिर्फ लिंक्डइन यूज करता हूँ बाकी सोशल इट्स टू टॉक्सिक। लिंक्डइन भी ऐसे ही चालू है साला कुछ भी लोग आके कुछ भी इस पे बग बग करते रहते हैं। सबको पता है कि सबको पता है कि वायरल कैसे जाना है। So I know a couple of Gen Zs, very smart kids, but they are say social media creators, Instagram creators, and what they know is ki how to go viral. So a lot of people who are using social media now, they know how to go viral. The art of going viral, they are very acquainted with. They have sort of क्या बोलते हैं ना, they have mastered it. Yeah, yeah. मेरा भी Facebook account है, I barely use it, man. Has become a shithole because people are making up for lost time. There used to be things that if you said on Twitter, you would get digged. Oh yeah. अरे लेकिन वो तो बहुत ज्यादा गंदा था, right? मतलब people who sort of always go, oh, talk about freedom of speech और ये वो, Jack Dorsey used to personally ban matlab ye, they banned Alex Jones for no reason whatsoever. Alex Jones did not say एक चीज भी उसने झूठ बोला नहीं है. Alex Jones का 95% चीज, except for that Sandy Hook thing, which was really bad. वो छोड़ के Alex Jones has been spot on about everything, and they deplatformed him. They deplatformed him from Twitter, from YouTube, and some probably could have been Facebook as well. So Alex Jones has been through a lot, that guy. But that guy was sort of coined as conspiracy theorist, except for that Sandy Hook guy, which he has come out and said sorry about. Not one thing he said has turned out to be false. वो ऐसे ही करते हो ट्विटर पे ऐसे ही चलता है जैक डॉर्सी एंड दैट lawyer he had or used to manage his legal team, Vijaya Gada करके थी उसकी. एंड देयर इज एन इंटरव्यू ऑन जो रोगन पे जिसमें टिम पूल very smart guy, and Tim Pool completely rinsed her. वो interview, if you get a chance, it's basically Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, तेरा विजय गाड़ा and Jack Dorsey. उसकी मारता है वो, बराबर से मारता है, and they had no answers to him. Olivier Giroud, hey Giroud भाई. एक्चुअली हम लोग चैट जीपीटी पे कुछ चेक कर रहे थे. रोहित ने बहुत सारा नाम चैट जीपीटी पे चेक ये किया, एंड दिस इज द वन आई लाइक्ड अ लॉट. तो बाद में अभिषेक, देयर वर कपल ऑफ 2-3 छोटा सा ऑप्शंस था. मुझे अभी क्या एग्जैक्टली नाम था वो याद नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन मतलब आई पर्सनली लाइक दिस. मैंने बोला कि नहीं, मुझे बिग मैच थियरी हैज एन अपील, तो ये यूज करो. या या हे सौरभ, yes, all is good, man, all is good. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine Australian studies, yeah, it will be fun. आप भाई ऐसा और दो चार it will go viral due to some other reasons. देखते हैं, कुछ रहेगा तो मैं पक्का डालता हूँ. नहीं, he said sorry, CM साहब. He did say sorry. He said that he got it wrong. मतलब he said, मतलब I remember watching Alex Jones का 2019 का इंटरव्यू, उसने सॉरी बोला था कि आई एम वेरी सॉरी. एंड तो लेकिन द वे ही वाज पोर्ट्रेड कि लोग उसको बोला कि ही इज द वन who wants to kill the children or something like that. He's saying children are terrorists or something like that. तो उसने बोला कि held his hand up and said, बाबा I got it wrong, but ये बंद करो. लेकिन वो लोग ने नहीं किया because he was just speaking truth all the time. They could not deal with it. उसको डील नहीं कर पा रहे थे वो लोग. तो मेनली उसका रीजन वही था. Yeah. फैब्रिजियो तो इरिटेटिंग आदमी है, बहुत इरिटेटिंग आदमी है. मैंने उसको रिसेंटली, और क्या मैंने भी किया या अभिषेक ने किया मुझे याद नहीं है, तो चैनल का इंस्टाग्राम से उसको ये किया. मुझे तो दिमाग खराब करता है. चूतिया है, चूतिया एक नंबर का. सो वो मेरे ख्याल से डिड ही सो फॉर वो डीमार्जियो के लिए आई थिंक देयर इज दिस गाय कॉल्ड डेविड एमियोल का या समथिंग. वो डिड फैब्रिजियो वर्क फॉर डीमार्जियो बैक इन द डे. तो दोनों उसके लिए काम करते थे, ऐसा ही कुछ था उनका. Yeah. Think that never happened for कुछ, अरे कुछ भी बोलते हैं. मेरी बेटी ऐसी बोली और मेरा बेटा ऐसा बोला, मेरा कुत्ता ऐसा बोला. बहन चुप बैठो यार, दिमाग खराब करते हैं. नहीं, so the reason we decided to keep this because it was based on the Big Bang Theory कि हाँ, it has an appeal, तो हम लोग ने वो सिलेक्ट किया. चालू कर दो भाई, सीएम साहब आप चालू कर दो ये लिंक्डइन पे, और मेरे को मंगेश पुराणिक को वहां पे टैग कर दो. बस इवन आई वांट टू गो वायरल नाउ. एनीवे गाइस, लेट्स लेट्स एक मिनट. चलो आज 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 के लिए बस इतना ही, क्योंकि आई हैव टू गो आउट इन सम टाइम. तो एक मिनट. हैव यू रीड लास्ट चैप्टर ऑफ, नो आई हैवंट. इज इट अ बुक? लास्ट चैप्टर मैं चेक करता हूँ. Brian Phillips. Let me check here. वॉच along at 5:30. 5:30 को ही चालू करते हैं. मस्त है. See, I'll tell you something. Big Bang Theory came out in 2007-8 तभी. तो I liked the first 3 seasons. पहला 3 सीजन बहुत सही था. उसके बाद दैट फकिंग एमी फेरा फावला इतनी इरिटेट करती है. वो 4th सीजन में देयर आर एटलीस्ट हाफ द एपिसोड्स आर गुड. सीजन 5 से वो इतना बकवास हो गया. मैं तो आई कुड नॉट, मतलब मैंने देखना ट्राई किया, आई कुड नॉट. बीच-बीच के एपिसोड्स आई वॉच्ड. उसके बाद मेरा ऐसा हुआ कि नो फकिंग हेल, आई कांट डील विद दिस. ये बहुत ही बकवास है. वो एमी बहुत दिमाग खराब करती है. नहीं, आई कुड नॉट, आई कुड नॉट. ऑलराइट, यस, यस, सी यू अगेन भाई. या, या. ऑलराइट गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन. हम लोग कल विल कनेक्ट टुमारो. मैंने अभी तो 5:30 लिखा है. मैं मोस्ट प्रोबेबली आई विल वेक अप एट 5, लेकिन वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो 5:30 का 6 हो सकता है भाई. सो प्लीज उतना मुझे बख्शो. बट या, विल सी यू टुमारो फॉर द ब्राजील वॉच अलोंग. टिल देन, टेक केयर एंड हैव अ गुड नाइट. बाय.